sewer district.
Everybody likes clean water.
In the race for state representative, District 106, Freeport and Powell, Jody James received 1,665 votes. Sara Gideon, 3,000.
Just a big thanks, first of all, to Kamal and Erkin for hosting all of us here, and Laura, and Laura for rallying. I have to thank my husband Ben, who likes to joke about these things.
I didn't do anything.
But Ben, who is really my inspiration and my absolute support through everything I do. And I definitely would not be doing this without you. And Josie, Alec, and Julian, who are asleep, I think, right now, because they were out holding signs for hours in the very cold weather. And I wish they were here so I could tell them how much I love them. It is so hard to share your mother with an entire town. You know, we go into the Bow Street Market and... they wait for person after person after person for me to talk to, and they do it pretty graciously for their ages. So I just want to say I could not be here without all of you tonight. Your support has been amazing. You have all driven me from door to door. You have made phone calls for me. You have run around to Portland and back to pick up literature for me. You have picked up my mess of financial numbers and submitted them to the state so that I can be, you know, in compliance with all of the very strict regulations for finances and elections. And I can't possibly thank all of you, but I do want to thank Julia and Karen and Craig, who really were there for me week after week and day after day through the primary and now, which is a good 8 months of campaigning. I was sort of hoping that we would have some numbers for question 1 before I talk to you tonight, because I have this really strong feeling that we're all going to be very proud of Freeport and of Maine at the end of this night. And I really believe that we will be leading this nation in a new civil rights movement that will quickly move forward when they see what Mainers have to say about same-sex marriage. So it's really humbling, I have to tell you, to be this state representative-elect tonight. I feel a tremendous sense of responsibility, and one of the reasons for that is because I've received support not just from my fellow Democrats, but really from an amazing amount of people across party lines. And I got this email today when I was at the polls from this man who I had visited his door, and I really thought after I visited his door, wow, that was an accident that I had gone to this door, because we couldn't have been farther apart on our views, and I mean, we couldn't have been farther apart on our views. Although we had a pretty gracious conversation, but he emailed me today and he said, you know, he talked about how we were different on our views, but he said, I want you to know that I voted for you today and not the Republican candidate. He said, because even though we think so differently, you seem to have a good heart. And that is the sense of responsibility that comes with this feeling that I need to represent all of you, and I know that the reason why you were willing to work for me was not about me, but about us, about understanding the incredible task that we have in front of us, the state that we have here, the state of our state, I should say, and the knowledge of where we need to get to. I was at Freeport Community Services last night for our annual meeting, and a woman from the Good Shepherd Food Bank was there, and she was talking about hunger in Maine. And what she said was, we have two things that we have to be working on simultaneously. We need to be feeding the need, and we need to be shortening the line. We need to be shortening the line. That statement keeps resonating with me, and I keep thinking about it because that is what we need to do. That is what we really have in front of us. When we look at some of the decisions that were made in the past year about how to get Maine back on track, with good intentions, I think, it doesn't solve the problem. We can't cut our way to prosperity any more than we can tax our way to prosperity. It's about solving the real problems and allowing ourselves the opportunity to truly move forward and to give all the kids that are here in this room an incredible state to inherit, one that's healthy and vibrant and the reason that we all choose to live here. So I thank you so much for the privilege of being able to represent you. I know you will not always agree with the decisions I make or the policies that I champion, but I promise you that I will be honest with you. I promise you that I will listen to you, and I will work relentlessly hard for you. Thank you.